Okay, so this video's going to be about how I get my horse ready for a barrel race. So this is Friday today, and tomorrow is May 30th, and it's gonna be me and Dita's first barrel race since February, so that's really exciting. So for this race, it is a little bit different because obviously we have to social distance a little bit, and so they're doing it into 2 different time slots. So me and Rowan are both going in the afternoon time slot, which means we don't have to go to the race until probably 12:30. So unlike a normal morning race where I'd be doing all my preparation the night before, I get to do a bit of it the morning of. So tonight I'll show you what I do the night before a race, and then in the morning I'll show you what I would do in the morning for like an afternoon race. But if it was a normal, morning race, I would be doing everything the night before. But I hope to be able to cover everything, so yeah, keep watching. Hi, Dita! So I have already cleaned all my horse's stalls. I'm just gonna grab Dita and start the routine. Yeah.
We good?
Yeah. So I put her back on track boots on just to warm up her muscles and stuff before I ride her. Well, I'm gonna brush her mane out and continue brushing her body, so she'll get that for a bit. And honestly, she doesn't usually stand well tied, like she's a little jittery. But when she has her boots on, her quick wraps, she's so relaxed. She yawns, stands like an angel. So I mean, definitely makes a difference. So I just keep them on as I tack her up, and I also brush her mane, and then I just take them off when I'm ready to put her boots on. So right now I do kind of have a really specific routine that I do while I'm lunging her. So I walk her around a few times, and then I go ahead and do 5 minutes timed of trotting one direction. I then will stop her and walk her around twice each way, and then I change direction, do the same thing, 5 minutes timed of trotting, and then I walk her around a few more times, and then I go on to 2 minutes each direction of cantering. And then once she's done that, I do walk her out quite a bit on the lunge line, just to let her catch her breath before we ride. Oh. So now she is all ready to ride, so I'll just throw her bridle on and then I'll hop on her. So here, just about to get on her. And then when I'm riding, so why I do the lunging is to do more of the conditioning and exercising, and then as soon as I get on, I can just go ahead and do more of the technical stuff, so the bending and, lateral movement. So here I'm doing just some turns on the haunches, and then just a lot of bending. And I try to do a lot of the same things at a walk and a trot. And yeah. So here I'm moving her laterally, getting her all opened up and moving around. She's bendy and collecting for the most part. Then back over the other side. Here I'm doing some counter arcing, counter bending, whatever you want to call it. And then change direction. And I do everything both directions. I mean, I might not have had it in the video, but if I do something one way, I do it the other. And I work a lot on stopping as well as backing up and doing little rollback type things. Just really all the technical stuff. And I never, ever, ever work the pattern on her at home. She knows the pattern. If she has something
that she needs to specifically work on, I'll do it, but other than that, she never sees barrels. Here we are trying to do an extended trot. And I try to keep her as relaxed as I can at home because obviously she is a pretty hot-headed horse. She can get excited, and once she does get really hyped up, it's almost impossible to bring her down. So I try to keep her at a really relaxed state, and she's honestly been really good lately. But yeah, again, stopping, roll back, other direction. And also, these are things I work on a daily basis, not just when I'm getting ready for a race, but this is just a normal ride. And then, yeah, working on attempting flying lead changes. He didn't get my good one in this direction on video. That's a part of it, you know, not cutting out the ugly things. And then we're going to do our lead change to the other direction. And I'm trying to work on her keeping her head controlled, but she got her lead change, so I'm not going to be picky about it because lead changes have always been very difficult for her. She gets very worked up about it, and if I work on it too much, she is just absolutely crazy. You can't even ride her through the middle of the arena without her getting anxious, so that's something that people don't really realize. But after I'm done riding her, and I don't ride her for very long, I just walk her out, and I walk her for about 15 to 20 minutes or until she, you know, can catch her breath and isn't breathing heavy and is mostly dried if she's sweaty. So I like to loosen her cinch and take her bridle off so that she can be as relaxed as she can, and then I'll untack her, and I always hose her off after if she is sweaty, which she usually is because she sweats pretty easily and I do pretty hard work with her. So I do just hose her entire body. And then lately I've also been spraying her down with this liniment mixture that I made. So it's McTarnahan's, I think that's how you call it, green gel. And that's a liniment, and then I mix it with, it's supposed to be mixed with 1 part of the gel and then 6 parts alcohol, but I didn't have a lot of alcohol when I made this, so it's probably like 4 parts alcohol and then 2 parts water. But it works, and this is just to help with if she has any soreness, and then I put it on the main muscles that she uses, so her back, her shoulders, her flank area, and I rub it on all of her legs as well. So yeah, and then she just goes back into her stall for the night to dry off, and she'll go out in the morning, and then I'll just bring her in when I'm ready to start getting ready for the race. So she obviously wants her grain first. She is very smart. So I just get everything laid out so that I know I have it. So there's the saddles, boots, everything like that. And then I put it all into a wheelbarrow. There's my bridles, and those are for the morning. So also, if I'm going to a big rodeo, I do make a list of everything I need, but if it's just a barrel race, I kind of know. So I put it all into the trailer, make sure the trailer is cleaned out. So I got my tack, my brushes. I've also got my rubber bands and electrical tape for her polos.
Okay, so once I'm in the house, I just set out what I'm going to be wearing in the morning. It's a non-dress code race, so we don't have to wear anything particular. So I just got some Wrangler jeans, tank top, belt with my name on it, some wild cactus hat action going on. It's supposed to rain, so that might come in handy. And that's about that, not very complicated.
So this is just what I'm wearing. This is the next morning, and I added a hoodie because it is pouring with rain. Love that.
So, I'm just about to go and grab Dita. She's probably pretty wet, so I'm going to have to wait till she dries off, but I'm going to braid her mane again. And then I've got her back on track mesh sheet and her quick wraps that I'm going to put on her. She'll trailer in that, and here's Diego. Good boy, you excited for barrel racing?
So I've just kind of slicked off all of the most of the moisture that I can, and then brushed out her mane, brushed out her tail, and picked out her feet and everything. I'm just kind of waiting for her to dry. So before the race, I mean, I like to give my horses treats as much as I can. They get really excited. So she's got her back on track. Quick wraps on. Her mane is now braided. Her tail is braided and in a tail bag. My horse tends to kind of get nervous, and she does poo a lot, so I like to keep her tail out of the way in the trailer so that she doesn't get it all messy. And so yeah, she's still kind of drying off. So I'm just kind of waiting. She is so cute. I literally am obsessed with my horse. I can't get over her ever. It's kind of probably annoying to some people. And as I'm braiding her tail, I notice we have a little friend. So I did put him outside. We found a little nice grassy area for him. It's really funny. I just love all animals. So she has her mesh sheet on and her neck cover, and she is all ready for the trailer. And here we're just putting her in. And Dita's crazy. She loves the trailer. She will literally run in by herself if you let her. Okay, well, that's it for this video. If you want to see how we did it this barrel race, subscribe and look out for my next video, which will be our first race since February.